Hello everyone. We are grateful to have presentation in front of you. We are here to explain our project question answering AI system using SQAUD. So let me introduce to our team. We are studying Diploma with stream Computer Technology in Wagh Polytechnic Nashik from class TY with names as Arafat Sheikh, Akshata Bidwe, Shubhangi Thorat and me as Vedant Savan. Our esteemed guide is Mrs. M.A. Sheikh ma'am. So before beginning the presentation, I would like to tell you the contents which will be discussed within the presentation. At first, we'll be having a brief introduction to the topic. Then existing system and research made will be analyzed. Then we'll put a look at concept and design with this deep structure of the project, followed by requirements, applications, pros and cons, and many more. And this will get end up with a bibliography. Before beginning with the presentation, let me ask you one question. Have you ever noticed how you get a specific answer when you search a question on Google? Here's an example of the same. So this is the search engine and I'm typing a question here. Let us ask Google, where was Sir APJ Abdul Kalam born? And if we search the same, the result will be from a big context. You will find the specific answer written on the top of the screen. That is nothing but Rameshwaram is. So bifurcating the solution to this question, Google uses an high qualified algorithm named BERT and which is the very accurate algorithm. Now I would like to invite Arafat on board. He will be explaining you more on it.
Thank you, Vedant. Now let me give you a brief introduction to the topic. So as we are living in the 21st century, everyone needs to answer to any question from a huge data on fingertips. Our system is to make a computer program that could answer questions in natural language. It can be achieved using SQAUD, that is stand for question answering dataset, which will include questions asked by humans from the given comprehension. The project specially aims at the creation of a system using BERT. Here, BERT, as you all know, is an algorithm by Google, which is bidirectional encoder representations from transformers, where the user can input a question from the passage of text containing the answer. Then the span of text corresponding to that text will get highlighted and the user will get the most relevant answer. Hence, we concluded that BERT model is superior in all aspects of answering various types of questions. So now let's check out the existing system. If we talk about the research, then natural language processing is the highest research in the field of artificial intelligence. One of the founding fathers of artificial intelligence, Alan Turing, suggested this as a possible application for the learning machines. He imagined this early in the late 1940s. In the past, one had to read a complete comprehension to find specific answers, which was time consuming. Specific answers were not retained, hence the percentage of correct answers was low. This existing system needs to be overcome with the use of BERT algorithm, which provides a linguistic answer to the user. Henceforth, BERT algorithm can be used in these embedded systems. Now, Akshata will take you to the deep structure of this project.
Definitely, Arafat. So now you are aware of BERT as well as SQAUD. SQAUD dataset will be pre-trained, which will have the questions asked by the user. Now let me explain you the overall structure of project. Here, user will be logged into the system and then will post the question as well as the context. Then the search engine, which is a mediator between user and the system, will return the query and then will extract the specific answer on the screen at the end. Let me explain you the same stepwise. Okay, so here at first input from user will be done. User will input a context as well as question. Then the context will get divided into different sentences. So whenever the model will find a full stop, it will divide the same and will assume it as next sentence. Furthermore, every word will get an index. This work will be done by the encoder transformer with the BERT. Let's understand with an example. So here is a paragraph of Sir APJ Abdul Kalam. Now let us say every word has got a token. Abdul has got a token 1. Similarly, Kalam with token 2 was with token 3 followed by all words. As you can see here, the next sentence, the word was is repeated, so it will get the same token as previously. It is repeated, that is 3. In the third step, model will compare the question and the sentence which is reflecting the answer and will end up choosing a suitable answer. And then at last, it will display the span of answer as output. Now this is the outline of block diagram for the project. In this AI system, the user needs to input a paragraph. Then through the context, the query is asked by the user, and then an index number is allocated to every word as we have discussed earlier. Finally, solution will be displayed on the screen after user's request at last. Here, our model plays a vital role of showing the accurate results through the paragraph and questions asked by the user. So this was about the overall concept of the project. Now this is the time for which we are waiting for. Let me invite Vedant Sawan.
Okay, so now let's have the project demo. So I'll go to my browser. Here I have embedded the project with the URL through Python. So here is the label named bird to answer your question. And we have to enter a context, that is a paragraph in this first text box. And in the second text box, we have to ask an answer. And whenever we will be clicking on the predict button, the answer will be getting on this field. So let's have the same paragraph of Sir APJ Abdul Kalam. I have saved this paragraph from Google, from Wikipedia. Now let's ask the question: where was Sir APJ Abdul Kalam born? And let's have the question mark at the end. And I'll click on predict button. And you can see on the screen the answer is Rameshwaram, India. Now let's have another paragraph. Let's say we are going somewhere on website of Amazon, and let's say we have this product. We have to ask something to the model. Now let's have, this is very big paragraph of what is the product name? Apple MacBook, and we are just saving this paragraph. We are giving to this field, and let us ask what is the battery, if battery is present over there. Is battery? Yes, the 20 hours battery is there. So let's ask the model, what is the battery life? And we'll click on predict button. And you can see, I think the answer is 20 hours. I'll have the paragraph again. Let's check if the answer is correct. So yes, it has 20 hours of battery. And in this way, you can give any paragraph to the model and the question, and it will find you the best relevant answer. Now let's say we are giving some random, again, we are giving some paragraph, and this is the paragraph of Kerala. Some COVID cases are there. Let's ask this: how many deaths were there in Kerala? So how many deaths? You should be very perfect in your spellings so that the model can identify what you're trying to say. And if I click on predict button, I think the answer is 500, which was a very correct answer of this paragraph. So this is weird, right? Like I'm the user and I'm only entering the paragraph here, and I'm only entering the question here. But this is just a prototype. We have just made an algorithm, and these systems, this algorithm can be used in many of applications, like this of e-commerce website, then terms and conditions of the software, and in many paragraph in many softwares where there are big context and you don't have to read, you just have to enter the paragraph. So I hope you are now aware of project and it's working. Well, there are still some other details we would like to give you. So I would like to invite Shubhangi. She will give you other details.
Thanks, Vedant. Now let's have a look at the functional requirements that will play a vital role to make this project. If you talk about the hardware requirements, then a good processor Core i3 or any will require, and a minimum RAM of 2 GB with 64-bit OS. Coming to software requirements, we will be using Anaconda, which is a distribution of the Python programming language for specific computing that aims to simplify package management, and the popular IDE by Microsoft, that is Visual Studio Code, will be used, and some of the Flask libraries like JSON, template namespace, and other will be used. This was about the requirements. Now let's keep an eye on the pros and cons of the project. As you all know, coin has two sides, so the software which has advantages must be having some disadvantages as well. The algorithm we are using is efficient and accurate, definitely. Specific answers is the main motive of the system. The system will have an ability to process larger amounts of text, which provides a better model experience. As a second part disadvantages also comes into the picture. So BERT is a heavy model. It requires a lot of storage. It requires data set in particular format only. For example, SQAUD data set. In this QA system, user will be limited to type question in how, who, what, where, when, why. These were some of the goods and bads of the system. Okay, so here are the applications of our project. The first is this system can be used for a variety of NLP tasks such as a text classification or sentence classification. Many of organizations can use this system as it saves time, as it is latest technology of neural network developed by Google, and also it is very accurate. So it can be used in search engines, chatbots, terms and conditions of specific software, predefined assistants, and many more applications. Now we are at the end of the presentation. We analyze many of the references. Some of them are displayed on the screen with websites and books related to topic AI, machine learning, and algorithm like BERT. Now Vedant will give you a final conclusion. Thank you.
Yeah, so here we would like to conclude. So we thought of this project with respect to increasing opportunities in this field of AI. We believe that our model will give you best insights and possible outcomes. As we have used the SQAUD, it will be trained on an NLP model consisting of questions, which definitely increases the efficiency. Our motive was to increase efficiency, save time, and give the user the answer in a very less couple of time. As you know the applications, so this can be embedded into softwares, e-commerce websites, web portals, terms and conditions, and many of them. So if you talk about the future enhancements in this project, then the voice translations, then the n number of languages, then voice support, speakers, these are some of the future enhancements of this project. This was all about conclusion. So at the end, we would like to give vote of thanks. So with deep sense of gratitude, we would like to thank all the people who have lit our path with their kind guidance. We are very grateful to our principal, Professor P.T. Kadve sir, our department head, Professor G.B. Katkade, and our one and only guide, Mrs. M.A. Sheikh ma'am, for continuous guidance and encouragement. We would also like to thank this institute, Gadha Institute of Technologies, Ratnagiri, who keep on organizing such events so that technocrats can explore themselves. So thank you so much. And if you have any queries, any questions related to project, please ping on the email available on the screen. And we would very happy to hear your feedback as well. Thank you so much and have a good day.